Hey guys, Jason Rozinka here from Rozinka Fitness. I'm just going to go over a few things here with some, difficulties with inviting. We have the four vital behaviors now, and this is by far, for me and for a lot of other people I talk to, is the most difficult to master or to, even feel comfortable to getting up to invite people. Some people struggle with some of the other vital behaviors, but I think by far this is the most difficult one. I'm just going to go over three things that I have had to to overcome to kind of improve myself in with inviting people. Number one thing is getting over what people are going to think. Number two is who to invite, and then the number three is just the fear of asking people for money. Um, with number one, what are people going to think? When I first started it, it used to bother me. And then I thought about it, I'm 42 years old. Who cares? I don't care what people think. This isn't junior high. It's not a popularity contest. Um, if I'm going to be genuine, if I'm going to be myself, I'm offering value to these people. And if they choose not to, that's their choice. I got to the point where, if they say no, we all know that if it's a no today, it may work for them later down the road. But I got to the point where I know that I'm offering them something of value. I'm offering something that can help them. And if they choose to say no, I got to the point where I feel bad for them. I don't feel bad for inviting them, and I don't feel bad for giving them the information and giving them the opportunity to change their lives. If they choose to say no, I feel bad for them. So if I think if you go at the mentality like that, it kind of helps take that pressure off of you on worrying about inviting them and what they're going to think. Um, the whole salesy thing, same deal. If you're going to be genuine, if you're going to be yourself, you're not being salesy. You're just sharing something with them. You're sharing something that's worked for you and that can work for them, whether they see it or not. If they say no, just look at it as an opportunity for some education. Maybe you missed something. Maybe you can go back and say, hey, maybe this didn't work out for you. Maybe we can try this. Um, but don't feel bad. Don't feel bad for inviting people. The other thing that's kind of, who do you invite? I used to look at my list. I'd go through my, people that I text or Facebook friends or, people I bump into, and I'd write that list down, look at the list and say, this person wouldn't be interested. This person probably wouldn't. This person's really fit. They probably wouldn't be interested either. Um, why did I do that? I have no idea. Who wouldn't benefit from any of this? I can't go and look at someone on the street and know what kind of struggles they have. I don't know if they're struggling with food, if they're struggling with exercise. I can't tell if, someone that's 300 pounds has already lost 300 pounds and they're still on their journey. You don't know by looking at people, and why wouldn't you invite everybody? Um, this is something that can work for everyone. There's, since I've started, the past 2.5 years, there's been a ton of more workouts that have come out that can really, you can find a workout for everybody. And the nutrition guides are great. So this opportunity is really for everyone. Um, so I mean that's the biggest thing that I've had to overcome with inviting too is I don't just make a list and decide on who might this work for and who wouldn't work for, because I know in my heart that this can work for everybody. Um, if it's not for the workouts, even there's always the business opportunity that we can offer for people too. Who doesn't want to make some more money or some financial freedom or just a few extra bucks in their pocket for a car payment or whatever. So there's that opportunity too. Um, the third thing is it's a tough one to ask people for money, but we're not selling candles. This is something that can, if you look at the whole big picture. My background is healthcare. I'm a nurse. And part of the reason why I got into this is I've taken care of patients that have abused themselves their whole life pretty much, and they get to the point when I take care of them in the ICU, and they're had a big heart attack and they need bypass and whatnot. They want to fix. They want a quick fix, and they kind of go back to what they're doing before. But this catches up to them eventually, and when they get to me, they don't want to be there. They haven't taken care of themselves their whole lives, and they don't want to start now. For some people it's a wake up call. For some people it's just plain too late. Um, so I wanted to get people going before they got to that point. So I'm not afraid to ask for people for money, because the amount of money that they save in the long run is much outweighs what the cost of a challenge pack is, or cost of Shakeology, or to get healthy, to eat healthy foods, to change their lifestyle. We're not selling a diet, we're selling a change in their life, and a change of the way they eat, change the way they exercise, change the way they do everything day to day. So that same deal with that, they're not paying for prescriptions. They're not, they're not becoming diabetic. They're not obese. They're not, with everything else that goes with that. So if you look at it from that standpoint too, it's limitless on what, people can save by getting healthy now rather than waiting until it's too late. So those are my big three. There's always more that kind of get into there, but if you kind of think of those big three, and don't be afraid to try to help people. This is a great opportunity, and it is for everybody. So if you have any questions for me, just you can send me a message here. Otherwise, get out there and invite, and don't be afraid to do it. All right, guys? Peace.